There is a breed of forsaken men who make death pay off. Hired killers like Mike Kyle, who for a price will send any named victim to the grave. But Mike has one important accomplice, without whom he cannot work. The Grim Reaper himself. And when death refuses his aid, Mike faces a horrifying nightmare as he stalks the man who couldn't die.
Hello, my name is Bill. Welcome to the NightTerrors channel, where we celebrate grisly horror stories, profusely illustrated, which were printed before the Comics Code effectively neutered these graphic and spooky tales. YouTube refuses to pay what this is worth, so I depend upon regular viewers to support the show. That is why I am asking for your donation. Please follow the link from my Patreon page in the description below, or click on the blue Join button in YouTube itself to become an official member of the channel and keep it sustainable. Thank you.
The modern telephone transacts all kinds of business, including the business of death.
Mark Carl, I have a job for you. Meet me at Rosewood Cemetery in an hour to make arrangements.
Okay, mister, but me price is high. 10 grand, not a penny less. Later the killer and his client meet.
Yes, I wear a mask. Secrecy is necessary, you understand. Just call me Mr. X.
I get it, Mr. X. You're probably some big-shot banker, or something like that.
Here is half of the $10,000. Understand?
Sure. I get the other half when I finish the job, eh? Okay by me. Who's the guy you want eliminated?
A man named Ankar. Lives in an old house on Vickers Street. Alone. Tall, ugly, wears a turban. You can't miss him.
Foreigner, eh? I'll get him. Meet me here 3 nights from now for the payoff. And if you don't, pal,
I'll be here. One warning, though. Ankar will not be easy to kill. He seems to bear a charmed life.
Don't worry, he's as good as buried. With professional skill, Mike cases the job. Ankar, turban and all, taking a walk alone. Boy, is this a cinch.
I'll trail him now.
Nobody in sight. Goodbye, Mr. Ankar. What? The gun jammed. You'd almost think that the guy did lead a charmed life. Later in a park. Good thing I carry a spare gun. The odds are quite against this one jamming too. Here goes. But from the clear sky, lightning strikes a tree just as Mike's finger squeezes the trigger. Oh no, not again! That tree fell right between us! Infuriated, the killer resorts to his car. Ha! Let him get out of this! Oh! The front tire blew out! Swerving! Can't turn straight! Mike's vehicle impacts only a street lamp. For the first time, a chill crawls down the killer's spine. He seems to hear a mocking whisper at his ear. 3 times Ankar escaped. This is giving me the creeps.
Why don't you kill him, Mike? What's holding you back?
Now I see what Mr. X meant, saying he had a charmed life.
This is murder, Mike, isn't it?
Desperate, the assassin keeps trying.
Time for my wine, Tabby.
Yeah, poisoned wine, chum. I dumped in enough cyanide to kill a horse.
Tabby, you bad cat. Spilling my wine. Well, I will have to open a fresh bottle.
The poisoned wine spilled? By sheer accident? that night. I'll go bugs if this keeps up, but this time I can't fail. UNCUT's sound asleep, helpless, now. This throw rug slipped under my feet. Got to lamb now, before he calls the cops. Nothing works, nothing.
Fire, Mike. Why not try fire? What have you got to lose?
Fire. Got to try everything. His old house is a tinderbox. He'll be trapped inside. It worked, burning like mad. UNCUT didn't come out. Wait. Do I feel rain?
I hate to be a wet blanket, Mike, but it's a cloudburst, putting out the fire. Maddening, isn't it?
Why, that's UNCUT himself coming out, walking towards me. I'll make a run for it.
Wait, my good man. Let me speak with you. Let me explain why you failed to kill me. Yes, I knew all the time that you sought my life, and I hoped, yes, I prayed that you would succeed. I gave you all the opportunity I could.
What? Are you crazy? You mean you want to die?
Yes, but first let me pull aside this mask. Look at my true face.
Horrible. Why, you look so old, almost like a mummy.
No, I am not a mummy come to life. I am alive, and I've been alive for 5,000 years. You see, I am immortal.
But how can anybody live that long?
5,000 years ago, in ancient Egypt, I reigned supreme as the young pharaoh Hotep-Ankar. I was fabulously rich. Life was a round of riotous pleasure to me. I hated the thought of dying and leaving all this behind. So one night, using black magic rites, I conjured up death himself.
I am here, UNCUT. Do you wish me to take you now?
No, not now, and not ever. What is your price to let me live on forever? Gold, jewels, name your price.
Ah, earthly treasures tempt me not. But I will name one price, if you can pay it. In return for your one life, give me 10,000 other lives. Then I will pass you by for all eternity. Well?
10,000 others must die? In my place? A ghastly price. Please make it less. But death was adamant, and I then agreed to the pact. Agreed to pay the hideous price. Yes, I will pay it. Anything to be immortal. 10,000 shall be yours, O death. It was easy. The next day, 10,000 of my slaves toiled to build me a pyramid. I crept to a certain stone block, and then... Ooh, there! With this stone out of place, the whole pyramid will collapse. Within the hour. From a safe distance, I watched, as 10,000 souls died, instantly crushed. Oh, 10,000 screams of death. I have paid my price.
Our bargain is sealed, O UNCUT. Hereafter you will live on and on without end. I am your master no longer.
I am immortal. I cannot die. Oh, sweet life. Now you are mine for all eternity.
But having finished his story of triumph, the voice of aged UNCUT is bitter.
But life was not sweet to me. Death had not warned me of one thing, that the screams of the dying would haunt me. Even now I hear them. Always. Driving me mad. Only death may blot them out. But death will not release me from the bargain. Those screams, day and night. Century after century. Please try again. Kill me, I beg you.
But I've tried everything. Wait, I'll be back. Wait, just who was that guy, Mr. X, who hired me? Was the joke on me? I'll fix him. There he is waiting.
Hello, Mac. Here I am on the third night, as we arranged.
You dirty rat, giving me that rotten job. Let's see who you are.
UNCUT. Who else, Mike? I hired you to kill me. Why did you have to fail?
Because you cannot die, curse ya. Look, bullets just curve away from you. Oh!
They ricocheted from that tombstone. You've hit yourself, Mike. Lucky man. You're dying, Mike. What a lucky man to know the peace of death.
Ah!
Those screams, those ghastly screams of 10,000 murdered victims.
Go, UNCUT. You will never be mine. For all eternity.